All right, we're gonna try to do our daily game of Fusion World. That's the big thing we're gonna focus on this year. Like I said, I got till May, so we have lots of time, and I honestly can't imagine how we're gonna play anything. So we have a very high level character, level 44. That's hey, look, a boring game of green versus green. Ooh, so we got our 3 drop. That is huge. I think we keep it. Like that's all I really care about. I'm hoping I go second. Going second here would be fantastic. Woot! We lost a dice roll. So weird how much that matters here. So this will set up my 3 drop and my 4 drop. So currently I don't need this card. All right. So this is a strategy that I think is actually pretty good. What they do is they focus on 1 drops, and I do like it. I've seen a few people do this strategy where it runs the 2 drops, and yeah, you just. I'm considering putting this in. So you get to put it helps you find your 3 drops. So like that's a big deal in this game. So I like that a lot. Is this a what is this, a common? Yeah, I can make those if I don't have them for my deck. The problem is they are just a 5K. Um, so I got to see where we want to put them in. There's also another one that ooh, that's nice. This is we have this and we have this. So we're gonna have 2 of the cards we like. Oop, add a card energy. Oop, there's one less 8 drop for us. So now if we draw an 8 drop, we got to make sure to keep it and not charge it. We have 2 super combos though, so that's a nice defensive game. This is quite good for us. The only thing else we could ask, like he missed his turn 2, so since he missed turn 2, now all he can do is effectively just ramp on his turn 3. Maybe he'll draw another 1 drop because I gave him 2 cards, one from his, well, 3 cards, one from his leader swing, one from his draw for turn. So there's a possibility he'll have a 1 drop as well, but he's pretty far behind. Weird how to say that, right? Like it doesn't make sense because nothing's happened, and yet he's pretty far behind. Because this next turn I'm going to be at what 4 energy. I can play a Turles to go to 5. No, no, I can play a Vegeta this turn, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll play Vegeta this turn. So I get a battle card and he gets nothing. But he got his 1 drop here, so that's good for him. So he's doing better with that extra energy. I like seeing this 6 drop. That's good. And then we'll just play this. This will go and I'll put my ramp into play. Now the important part is to pay attention to. I don't have um, what's interesting here is, he chose to combo out of it. So he's worried about taking damage. And since I already have my ramp, I actually think the right play here is to trick him. So the idea here is I actually want my opponent to attack this card next turn with whatever he plays and not my leader. Interesting. So that 5 drop is worth me killing if I can, but I don't need to. Hmm. So this 5 drop is very good with his leader ability. This is interesting. So keeping this alive is not at all worth it. This is a toughie for me. Hmm. I don't know what I want to do this turn. This is a weird situation to be in. So I could focus, I think, well, I need to put a card in the drop, right? So what's the text of the 5 drops? So we don't screw this up. It's a 3 cost or higher. So I combo this. Oh, I screwed it up. Okay, that's fine. I didn't need to combo both those cards, but maybe he'll combo some cards. Okay, so I play this. Yeah, I didn't need to combo any cards, apparently. Okay, I didn't think about that. Oops. I'm just pretty bad at this game when it comes to some little issues. So, and that makes some sense, right? Like, until you play more, you're gonna make mistakes. Now, his 5 drop's pretty important, so he'll probably protect it, um, which is okay. Like, we don't mind that. Our 5 drop has done his job, right? Um, we're a little bit bigger, so depending on what he plays on his turn. And what's nice is you want your opponent to be comboing up. Ooh, okay. So this is interesting. So he can discard a card from his hand, and if he does, he gets to KO that card. I would just personally just not do that, and I would. So that's a huge misplay in my opinion because he could just attack this card, right? Like you don't need to do that much work. Um, Effectively, what you're doing is like extra. That's completely unnecessary. Yes. So we want to flip. Okay. So how much bigger am I? I need a 5K? A 5K. I don't. So this would be a ramp for my turn. I do like that. I don't think I like this card, even though it is comboing extra. And this is what I can play for my next turn. I think I made a mistake on a charge. So let's combo this Goku because there's a lot I can do with my energy. Okay. So super combos are not helpful here. Let's go ahead and play this. Hmm. We're gonna go ahead and blow up an energy. Confirm. Hoping we draw our 8 drop. Nope, no 8 drop. So we can't do what I want to do this turn. So this is a weird thing to think about. Because I have this 40 drop. That's pretty good. I could do a double ramp. I could do some critical. I don't know what the right play is. I have 4 super combos, which normally isn't a problem. I could ramp twice and do 2 attacks. That kind of feels like the best play. Let's first things first attack here. And let's combo this. This will help me decide what I do. Okay, so that card's gone. And then I could play this card. And then just attack him. This will just combo a card. So this will go to 25. So this will make him blow a super combo if he has it. No, he takes it. Okay. Interesting play. Okay. Let's see if I die. So I do have a ridiculous hand, right? Like defensively fantastic. Oh wow, he took it. So this man is like, you know what? Let's not. He didn't even blow his awaken, which there's no point not to awaken. So he's gonna focus on trying to kill me. That's a solid play. So he's got his 8 drop. So now effectively I have to combo out of 1 attack, right? Or I lose the game. Cool looking Gohan. This is nice. All right, let's see. Okay, so he's wasting one of his attacks. That's really, really good for me. Um, because I don't care about this 10K. He did his job. He got a life in. My opponent's at 2. I can kill him at any point. Obviously, on this attack, we want to take. Ooh, he actually comboed to go a little higher. That's cool. All right, nice. I like a 5 drop there. So, ironically, on this swing, because we have such a very insane hand, I don't think we're in danger of dying. So I think we just take it. Ooh, gigantic meteor, that'd be cool. So we actually want him to blow his whole hand here. Because we have plus 80. And that's the risk. We have to hope he can't get that high, and I think he might have gotten too high. We're gonna see. So 60, 70, okay, 80. So this is 100. So he's 110. We're at 105. So we combo this. This should give me 115, and this should give it there. So we should be out of the attack. Now he would never think that's just such a BS hand. Like that's got to annoy him. But there's nothing we can do about it. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so we charge this. Ooh, so this is interesting because I don't like my hands, and I don't really like the idea of playing like a Vegeta here just to ramp that doesn't do anything. This technically does something. I really hate the idea of not using my energy. Wow, this is a weird because he gets to power up no matter what, right? He gets a plus. He gets the plus, so I think I have to go attack here first just to like increase my chances. Just to make myself bigger, and then I'll blow up that energy. Like obviously, if I had something else, I would. Like that was a little bit too much, but this lets me see what my extra card in my hand's going to be. See how I can go for it. Skill. You could definitely make an argument that I should have went with something lighter. Oop, I hit the wrong card too. All right, well, it didn't matter. All I got was a 30K. So I play it, and I might lose because he's on 35K. So it's not looking strong for me. So apparently I should have just blown up my energy ahead of time and gone to 30K. No, I would have lost. So I'm only at 50, so he can get out of this pretty easily. 45, 10K more, and you win. No, he didn't have it. Ouch. What a silly game. So I won only because I had the perfect hand. And so if I now think about it, we fixed it didn't need to be this questionable, right? So I could have fixed one of my charges. And if I fixed one of my charges, I would have been better off. So that's like a huge thing to keep in mind, right? So you play a little bit better, and that's how close these games are. So I didn't even need to combo, but I didn't check my graveyard because I'm so used to it. So hey, little mistakes, they add up in this game. Um, so we'll play one more. I normally like to just do one, but that was pretty fast. And I'm assuming I'm going to see almost entirely green, just because there's not going to be a lot of other people playing, because green is just that much better right now than anything else. This would have been by the way, this was the dream result would have been some Android 18s, because Android 18s can cantrip into more 18s. Okay, not a bad hand. Ooh, we go second. I like that. Um, what's weird about this is I don't know what to charge at the moment. I don't have anything to play on to. That's unfortunate. Besides, of course, ramping. I don't have a 4 drop. That's what we're hoping to draw. Or a Gohan. Let's see what we got here. Hmm. All right, well, we can charge this. This card is bad. Um, like I said, those are just threw in because in my opinion, that's the weakness of the deck. Is you really need to figure out a way to fix that issue. Is that you need more 10Ks. This is a 10K game. And so some cards I think about cutting are 6-drop Gohan. I have not played that card once. So that's the cool part about doing these and to figure out what my playstyle is. My thinking was people are going to be very aggressive and it'd be nice to gain back like a turn 6 resource. But like turn 6, I can play so many big cards that it never matters. Ooh, we get an energy to spend. So we're probably going to charge this Son Goku. Um, and that's the big thing. So you guys have saw they're lowering and lowering Bandai's amount of time they want for tournaments because of how big the events are. So if the tournaments aren't very big, just keep in mind that for a time's sake, you need to be playing as quick as possible. And one of the ways to do that is to just be like, all right, well, hey, if we got to go fast, let's play something we know. But then also you start thinking about your charges ahead of time because one thing, like I've talked about, is in this game you don't need to worry about what you're doing during defense. Like, right? Like, especially in the early games, you're not doing anything. You're just passing the turn, attacking. Um, this is it. There's not much, there's no strategery or skill. You just are swinging, you pass the turn, they take the damage, and you're never going to not take the damage for the most part. Like, there's very few situations. So, like right now, I'm looking at my hand. Obviously, I want to keep Android 18 for what we call be our turn 6 after ramping, because playing a bunch of those on one turn can get you a huge amount of card advantage, and create a board state where your opponent has to deal with your cards over your life, which is where you want to be. Um, we obviously want destructive. As you guys saw in the last game, this card is just very powerful. Super combos are great for the end of the game. Brawly, we always want to have one or two. Once you start getting more than one or two, you can charge the rest. We have an extra Turles, and Turles you never play more than once, so easy one. So this turn we're going to play Vegeta, and Vegeta will not ramp us, which sucks. The reason why he doesn't, well, he ramps us, but just not in the same way. So I'll show you what I mean. Um, Now that's a question. So I have a Goku in my hand. Is it better to play this turn a ramp? Is there any benefit in making and having a 20k this turn? I don't know. I want to find out. This could be cool because this lets me draw an additional card for my ramp. And I got rid of a Brawly, so maybe that was a mistake. Yeah, I don't know if that was worth it, but we're trying it. So the difference is I could play a 3-drop from my hand, or I could play a 4-drop from my hand and have a board state. This lets me have a free 5k for later. Um, I was hoping I would get to draw an additional. I think that was a mistake on my part. I'm not sure. Because Vegeta is a 10k in my hand. That's my thinking. Is I want to start hoarding my 5ks. Because this game is going to go for a bit. Now, regardless, just by ramping, next turn I get to play Turles and an Android 18 for my turn. So that's fantastic. Okay. Now, if we want to, we can get out of the attack. We don't need to get out of the attack. You take critical. We're hoping it's not another Brawly. Okay. Hey, what's even better is he gave us a card from his hand, so that's cool. Huh. So that's interesting. This guy was so worried about me awakening, is that he chose to really just not do a play that was amazing. And I never understand that. Like, you should not be wasting your turns. So this is interesting because this Turles, it should attack. But before it attacks, what I want to do is play this card here. And then we just discard this 5-drop. So what my plan is to do is to go ahead and say, I think I want to go ahead and attack here. It's not really worth it though. Man, that's tough. I'm not going to get a lot of value this turn. Is the negative. I think I just go here and I just draw a card. Yeah, that's good. This is an interesting question for him and what to do because I'm clearly showing that I don't care about my life. And then here, I'm going to go ahead and go here. And then I'm just going to, I could go to 25. That feels like a waste. So I just say nothing. And then he'll have to awaken if he wants to. Okay, he doesn't want to awaken yet. I think that was a mistake on his part because if he just awakens there, it's just better for him. Maybe I'm wrong. But my plan is to let him swing for his turn into my battle cards. I'm really hoping that's his play because if he focuses on my battle cards, I can try to sneak in a win, especially if he keeps me at 5 life. Because I get to drop Brawly next turn, and Brawly is a fantastic play to drop. What's interesting is he's got to decide what he wants to do, and I don't honestly know the correct answer. Okay, super combo. Okay, so he's a new player because that was just a mistake. Like that, I'm assuming, or he just made a mis. Like he thought he was already awoken. I'm not sure. That was weird. Um, that was super weird. But that is what happens in Dragon Ball. This happened in One Piece to me once, where I was in a tournament. And the guy was kind of nice about it, but he was like mad at me for it. But he started comboing, and then once he comboed like his like 3 or 4 cards, he was like, you know what? I'm not gonna combo. And I was like, can you just back up like that? And he was like, I mean, unless you tell me I can't. And I was like, well, yeah, I don't like. It put me in a weird spot because I like to just keep whatever the rules are. I want to stick with it. Because if I ever bend the rules, even in someone's favor, I always hear crap about it. They're like, "Oh, well, you changed the rules, or you did it." So like, you know, whatever the rules are, I always want to do it. I let judges decide everything. It scares me. Okay, so he played that 6 drop. I said it's terrible. um, and then he's attacking my battle card. I could care less. So this is interesting because I guess we just go. We're not going to kill my opponent this turn. Hmm. But now we can at least force him to like think about it. It's kind of more of a fun I can have. We get rid of the 6 drop. Ooh, that's tough. So if I get rid of I have 2 choices, right? This is interesting. So what I can do is what? I could I think I have to decide here is if I go for game or wait. And since he has 1 up, I don't think I go for game. I think that's just a bad play on my part. Um, and I think what I want to do is kill his battle card. I attack his leader, and I just flip. I would assume he's going to combo a card from his hand. Like that's what I would do here. And then we just focus on wiping his board because we don't need to kill him. What's interesting is a card draw worth the energy? Because next turn I could have 10 energy. Um, and 10 energy could be really good with this and this. So the question becomes like, what's better? Is a card draw worth a 5k? And I don't know the answer. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to go ahead and attack here. I want to see if I can kill his battle card. He could super combo to protect it. It'd be a terrible play, but he could do it. I think when the cards are between 5 and 10k, that's probably the sweet number. Oh, okay. So wow, he used his protect. Like he's worried about this card. So that means one of 2 things. Either A, he's just trying to bait me into not attacking his leader, or so this puts me in a weird spot. So if I attack this battle card, I think that's the right play. I attack the battle card so I don't have to worry about death. But then I don't know if I can kill my opponent next turn. So he got a good one on me. Because next turn I think I want to be at 10. That's tough. Since he took the damage, I don't think there's another turn. So I think next turn is the final turn. He's going to play his Brawly. So I think we just focus on... There you go. Boom. What a hit. Can't even... That's so sad. So that means the correct... It's not what it means, but like... It becomes interesting because now we don't have to play this anymore. Because Gigantic Meteor effectively makes my card bigger, I can even swing with like a 1-drop. The problem is, I don't know what he's going to do for his turn. I only have 2 super combos, so much less than last turn. I do have an Android 18. Android 18 is fantastic in this situation because she's probably how I win. I don't know what I should have done last turn. You could make an argument it would have been better for me to focus instead on like, you know, not going as low as I did, but I do like to take my own lead. So Brawly comes into play. We figured that would happen, right? So now we have to get out of a attack. It doesn't really matter what attack. So, this is interesting because he's giving us a freebie. I think it's just better for a freebie. We just take it. I could see an argument for the opposite, but since he has 1 energy up, I'd feel really dumb if he swings with a plus 25k. What I would have done is the opposite. But that's another reason why I should have just attacked his leader last turn. Because 3 is going to be hard to kill him. Okay, the Turles, though, will help me. Turles means I have a chance. Okay. So let's go ahead and charge this. This is weird. Because I have to either... I can't survive another turn. Can I? That's the question, is can I survive another turn? And I might be able to, actually. If I don't blow up my energy, I think I can survive just fine, right? If I attack here, he gets rid of a card from his hand. Yeah, that extra draw was totally not worth it. So that's like 2 energy on this turn. Definitely could have went for game. And so I got put myself in a bad situation just to draw a card. Now, what's nice is he's at least discarded some cards from his hand. There is an argument here that I should not attack him past 3. And so keep him at 2 life. That's what you would do in our game, being in Super, because 2 is almost the same as 1. I don't know what's correct here because I gave him 2 more cards in his hand when he had a small hand, and I can't exactly take a lot of damage, right? So if he plays a Brawly, I'm pretty much dead. And that's the reality of it, is that more than likely, no matter what he does, I've lost. But giving him 2 additional cards in his hand is pretty bad for me. Okay, him playing Brawly means it's probably over. So it didn't really matter too much, but like that's what we were afraid of. And so if we were afraid of Brawly, now he just gets to blow up his energy, do some stuff, but it's kind of hard to stop. I'm sure there was ways I could have survived, but I think the biggest thing would have been don't blow up my energy. Like the 1 draw, it didn't matter. But my energy did, because then I could have done cantrips with 18. I still wonder if that was a better play too. Like instead of playing Brawly, should I have played 18 and just kind of done like some small swings? Because I did have two of these. God, I just don't know. I think so. The more like I kind of like back it up, since I know I can't likely survive a turn. Okay, so he's giving me a chance to like defend myself. That's nice of him. So he's not going to combo on this one. But there's no way I get out of like anything bigger. So like here, if I were him, I would just hand him. Like just make it big. But I guess you can do it on the final swing. Hmm. Okay, so he's a 50. So I go super combo. Here is 45. This is 45, and he's at 50, so I need a 10k, which we have. Okay, so I'm at 55. And this would be where he just buries me more than likely, because this makes me equal to him right here. And then the rest of his cards are probably going to be way above what I have. Yep, there's a gigantic meteor that cancels out my meteor. Does it look like he has two of them? He does have two of them. Yeah, that's it. I can't get out of that. So we should have went for it last turn. He's got some combo as well, but it doesn't matter. I'm just curious what my hand would have been. No matter how I do the math, if I don't kill Turles as well, you could make an argument that I could like force, like if I swing last turn, probably better. But let's just see how big we can get. Skill. I don't know if I drew a card last turn too, but if I didn't, I should have. All right, then we combo. Just curious to see what I can get to. He obviously won. Yeah, 20k. Oof. So the extra gigantic meteor was enough, but even if he doesn't, like, I would have needed like four 10Ks more. So kind of a bad game on my part. But at least I can see it now. Like when you're in that situation, you can't just go to try to like stop him again because he was smart and he didn't blow up his energy. So cool. We're learning. That's all that matters, honestly.